What's poppin', yo? I'm here to talk about the awesome changes from my boy Trevenant. Before I get into explaining my thought process behind all of the crazy new move changes, the stat tweaks, and the abilities, which are always really important in this game, I want to have a quick disclaimer for new viewers to pause the video and read the description if you haven't already. If you're a new viewer, if you're returning and you haven't read the description, I also recommend you do that. But yeah, make sure y'all let me know. Also, if you're returning, drop a comment. Also, make sure y'all sub and like and all that good stuff. It helps with the algorithm, helps support my work. But yeah, what I would really recommend doing after you read the description, if you're new, after you're done with the video, I recommend you pause. Sorry, my brain's kind of scrambled right now, pun not intended. What I'm trying to say is just look at the move guide, guys. All right, if you haven't already, make sure you check this out. Scroll down. It's got all the moves in the game organized in great detail, so make sure you give that a look. But yeah, Trevenant. Trevenant's super cool, so I gave it 3 awesome abilities. It keeps Harvest. In Sweltering, it didn't have Harvest because I only had 2 ability slots. But now that I have 3, also actually, didn't I give it to Gorgeist in Sweltering? I did, yeah. So that's another reason. But yeah, Trevenant has Harvest back because Gorgeist isn't in Scarlet and Violet, and it has Protect, which is awesome. Leech Seed, Protect, Harvest, Synthesis, Branch Leech, Horn Leech, all types of stally shit. Forest Curse is also an exclusive move, which will essentially inflict Curse without dealing any of your own HP. So it's only got 2 PP for, balancing reasons, but it's basically like Mega Curse, right? You just click it and you have Protect, and whatever you're clicked on is gonna die in like basically only 2 turns because you're protecting every other turn, right? So you click it, that's a quarter, protect, that's another quarter, take a hit, protect again, they die. And you could do that twice, so that's insane. Obviously with Harvest, right, you can do Citrus Berry, Key Berry, Moringa Berry. You can even do like some Shellac Berry stuff if you really want to go that route, or a Lychee Berry, but the main ways it would just be Key, Moringa, or Citrus Harvest, right? That's all really great, and this thing just lives forever. It's got really solid bulk. Harvest is awesome. Intimidate is great defensively. It's a really nice little pivoting ability. It's great with Parting Shot. It's great just with like bulky Leech Seed stuff in general. You've also got Soul Absorb. Soul Absorb is Nightshade, but it heals you equal to the damage you deal. So that's awesome with Harvest. You can sit there forever. This thing really just has all types of really fun bulky options. And then offensively is also very strong, right? He's got that 122 attack. He's this big ass tree monster. He's got really strong, high base power stab moves, especially late in the game. And a lot of those are boosted by Grassy Surge, which is the final ability, which I picked. Well, Intimidate, I don't think I need to explain why I picked that, right? I mean, it seems pretty obvious. He's like a fucking evil tree. And also, I really was like kind of struggling to find a third ability that's worth using, but holy shit, that was a crazy stutter, bro. I don't even fucking stutter. I'm just talking too quick. It's feared as a ghost of the forest, so that kind of makes sense for Intimidate. It attacks anybody that dares to ravage the forest, which is also why I threw on Temper Flare, if you're wondering. But the really cool thing with the Grassy Surge is just the fact that it can control trees at will. What is up with me stuttering today, bro? Jesus, it can control trees at will. I'm having a fucking stroke, bro. That's crazy. It can control trees at will. It controls trees in the forest. Da 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 da. You get the idea. It controls tree roots. So Grassy Surge also fits very well, and it's really cool with either you can even use that defensively, right? I mean, Grassy Surge, outside of the obvious offensive benefit of like 122 base attack, Grassy Glide, of just getting that 30% boost to your stab, making it like a 1.95 times boost essentially with grass moves. That's all really strong already to begin with, right? You've got Frenzy Plant, which is physical. Well, Frenzy Plant and Shadow Force, which are both physical versions of Draco Meteor. Frenzy Plant is a physical Leaf Storm, for example. Those are both going to drop your attack by -2. You've got Wood Hammer, which is great and strong. You've got Phantom Force, which is also a recoil move now, same as Wood Hammer. Poltergeist is just a solid 100 power, 100 accuracy stab. Shadow Claw and Leaf Blade will always crit if you hold a wide Scope Lens. Those become 120 power with or 80 power without that Scope Lens. So those are pretty solid options too. You've also got Priority and Shadow Sneak, Seed Shot, and of course Grassy Glide, and even stuff like Creeping Strike and Sucker Punch. But yeah, this thing is just so fun. It's so stally. Like, I love how versatile it is. And again, also outside of the obvious Grassy Surge benefit of offense, you can also do like defensive, first of all, just straight up Leech Seed, like Grassy Surge heals you by a lot with Protect, right? Because you're getting HP every turn. And you can also do like support stuff, right? So for example, every special attacker in the game gets terrain pulse, so you can get a grass move in any of your teammates with terrain up. You can override other terrain, so if you're fighting the psychic gym and they have psychic surge, you can switch in your Trevenant with grassy surge and override that. You can counter all sorts of other opponent terrains as well, electric terrain, etc. So that's all really good, and you can also do some like grassy seed shenanigans too. Another cool thing is disable with with harvest. Also Phantom in general. Phantom is super fat for early game, and it's got like a solid good attack stat. It's also pretty quick. Pretty cool stats. I like the stats for Phantom. Like flavor wise, like they're cool. And then he's got Wimp out instead of Intimidate because he's like, he's got like that kind of spooked look on his face, like a little child, like a lost child, right? So Wimp out is great for pivoting. And then you have Grassy Guard instead of Grassy Surge. So if you set up your own manual grassy terrain, you become incredibly bulky for the early game. Note you can't be crit through Grassy Guard, so you can just click priority grassy terrain. You can sit there with Leech Seed, Mega Drain. Oh, actually, I didn't give Mega Drain. Good thing I noticed that. They got Branch Leech at 22, which is an even stronger version of Mega Drain because it's higher base. It's the same base power, but it uses your higher physical attack and it heals you by 100%, while Mega Drain heals you by 75%. But put this at 11, and I'll put Mega Drain at 9. Because their special attack is definitely usable for the early game. 51 is solid. That's like a solid stat. So yeah, that's awesome. Very stally. And of course Curse for early game is good up until you get Forest Curse, which is just a better version. Unfortunately, I wanted to make it so that Forest Curse keeps the grass type effect. Like turning them into a grass type and inflicting Curse would be sick, but it's literally impossible. And this isn't fucking doubles where turning them into a grass type is literally ever going to be useful. It doesn't even make them a pure grass type, so it's not even like Soak where like, okay, it removes their stab. That has utility. It literally just adds the grass type. So like, wow, I don't know, I can hit them super effectively with Temper Flare. It's just not good. It's not very good. So I did feel like it was worth reworking, even if it means that the move doesn't have its cool, unique effect anymore. If you don't like that, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you, because it's what I did. Did I not? Hold on. Huh, did I not log Trevenant? Oh no, I just forgot to copy paste it onto what's his face? Phantom. Alright, I think I've basically covered everything anyways. So, some other small things. I already covered Parting Shot, Grassy Glide. Yeah, there's so much good stuff, but Will-O-Wisp is obviously great. No, I think I've covered all the important stuff, guys, so appreciate you listening. Oh, Strength Stab, I think the cool thing. That's very, very good with Harvest, and all 3 abilities, to be honest, is great. This guy's super fucfucking cool. I love Trevenant. Oh, last thing, his speed tier. I did give him 61 speed because he does have, like, those 4 legs. I can see him kind of, like, not running super quick, but, kind of like Brute Bonnet type of vibes where he's, like, kind of skittering around or, like, charging at you kind of fast with those 4 legs. So 61 speed makes it so he can actually abuse Choice Scarf pretty well. You are outspeeding base 93 and below on the AI with a neutral speed nature Trevenant. You're outspeeding, like, for example, the AI has a timid base 93 speed Pokemon with max IVs, you'll outspeed them with your Trevenant with Scarf. Anything below that, you're also outspeeding. And if you got a plus speed nature, you'd be going even crazier, obviously. And of course, you have strong ass priority in Grassy Glide anyways, and you have stuff like Shadow Sneak, so not a big deal anyways. But it's cool just to have that Scarf option once in a while with that Grassy Surge, or even with Intimidate. So yeah, thanks for listening, y'all. I really do appreciate it. If you made it to the end, drop a comment if you did. Trying to keep these kind of briefer, save myself some time because I'm going to be busy in like a month with grad school stuff starting up. I'm bulk recording all these like a month in advance, man. Like by the time you're literally, this is like almost a month in advance this video because I'm changing it to 1 video a day to compensate for me starting school again. But yeah, appreciate y'all listening, man. If you made it to this part, this little like personal info dump at the end, let me know in the comments, y'all. Peace. Appreciate you watching.